Alrighty, welcome to, I don't know what I'm going to call this yet, some type of vlog, because we're doing a couple different things today. Main thing on the agenda for today is we need to get tires put on the Audi because I delaminated my front driver tire on the freeway. I guess my alignment is so bad that I just ruined these tires. These tires are used, so I wasn't worried about it, but let's see if we can get in there and see. Yeah, not good. I didn't even grab the keys and I walked all the way out here. We got to throw a spare on it. Even though it is holding air, I don't want to drive it. I got to take it to the tire shop. That's a couple miles away. I don't want to drive it there with that kind of tire on it. So yeah. So we're actually going down in tire size because the sidewall on the tires on there right now is so tall that it rubs super bad. I have to drive the car really high off the ground and I have bad fitment at my ride height, which I hate. So we're going from the wheels on it right now are an 18 by 8.5. And they have a 225/40 on them, and we're going down to a 215/35. Should just be a little bit of stretch, perfect amount of stretch. That'll just give us good tire fitment. Can drive the car lower. It'll look great rolling now. In other news, I graduated college today with my bachelor's degree, so that's kind of cool. That's why I'm dressed up a little bit. I just got back from the ceremony and everything. I've been daily driving the Forester for the past couple of days because the Audi's been out of commission, and we're also going to throw spacers on the Forester today. I got 15 mil spacers on top. When I traded the wheels, the guy gave me 15 mil spacers on top of some cash, and no more bad fitment in the front after today. We're gonna get that fixed up. So that's my ride height now. Definitely not a good ride height. I hate it. So I'm really excited to be doing this to get lower because look how freaking huge this sidewall is. That sucks. Ooh, you know what we should do? Let's take a look at how badly damaged the tire is. This looks bald, but you can see there's the string. So let's get the spare thrown on here. Slight issue that I just realized is that we're on bags, and I can't throw the spare on because it's gonna rub the bag. So we're gonna snip off the string and drive it slow to the tire shop. Okay, so everything actually went really well. We made it to the tire shop. We got the new tires put on. Let's check out our old ride height with the new small tires. Bonk. That looks horrible. Okay, let's air it out first. Let's see how much lower we are aired out. Woo! That's nice. Oh, it's pretty dang low now. It used to not be very low, aired out. Now it's pretty dang low. Okay, now we got to calibrate a new ride height. So we're going to come back to here. We're going to go back to our old ride height. Now what I want to adjust the most is the front because the sidewall was so big we couldn't drive the front low because I would rub so bad. And now we got all this room. Come down on the two fronts. That's 30 PSI. Yeah, 30 PSI is not too bad. I mean, we might be able to go even lower than that. I love how I'm on bags and I am over here in the middle of the street, literally trying my hardest to drive a car as low as I can, even though it's on bags. You fit a finger in there. We might have to call that good. Let's see where that's at. That is in the front. 32. We'll come down. Oop. Yeah. 30. Yeah, we'll call 30 good. And now the rear. The rear. What's that at? What's that? Go to 20. It's pretty good. Let's see how level that is. I want the car to be level as I'm driving. Now that would be a baller ride height. Fender to lip in the rear. Really tuck a tire in the front. Let's see if we can even drive it like this. Issue, we are dragging some plastics up front, which I don't know how to, I was reading a little bit wrong, but this is what our ride height's gonna be. We're tucking a lot of tire up front. Fender to lip in the back. We can air the entire car out in the back and not rub if we wanted, but we're gonna keep it level. It's already really low like this, so that's gonna be our low setting. Pressures for some reason were off, so at that setting it's 43 in the front, 20, well, let's see what I have it set at first. It's 46 in the front, 28 in the rear. So, yeah. Unsuccessful. Why was that unsuccessful? Okay, so that is, you know, where we're gonna be. I am very, very happy with that. But we gotta fix that. It's dragging some of the plastics because some of the plastics are hanging down. So I gotta bring all those up and we'll call that good and start working on the Forester now. And I wanna see what the other settings are like now, my old settings. So this next setting was 58 and 45. 50. Okay, and then we have my front lift setting if I need to get in anywhere, 72 PSI in the front. So let's see. Jeez, I can get over anything without rubbing now. This thing used to rub so bad. I will come all the way down now. Oh. Yo, that is so sick. That is so cool. I can mess with that controller all day. I love standing outside my car and pressing buttons and messing with the heights. It's so fun to mess with. Okay, we're gonna stop messing with this now. I'm gonna fix the plastics rubbing on the ground and then we're gonna start working on the Forester. We are literally driving the car aired out in the rear right now. And I'm just dragging frame everywhere. This is so much fun. Okay, now that we're done with the Audi, we have the Forester aired up. The rear fitment's good, but as I showed you guys earlier, the front fitment's kind of whack with all the camber. We've got a lot of play all the way around. So this is what we got. We've got 15 mils. I'm making a lot of noise. We've got 15 mil spacers that bolt on. They shouldn't come with nuts, so I had to go grab the nuts yesterday for them, which are right here. Here's the other 15 mil. Whew. Got all these guys. They're gonna sit nice in there. And then we also have some 5 mil slip-ons. Just in case the 15 isn't enough, you can slip these on. Should still work just fine. So what I'm worried about in doing this is when you have these bolt-on spacers, the stock studs stick through, and they need enough room. So it looks like these have some pretty good indentations for it, but we're not gonna know until we try. So let's grab the box and a spacer. I'm gonna give this a go, see how it looks. Finally figured it out. The studs on the back of the wheel, or like the stock studs here. The stock studs that were sticking out were hitting the back of the wheel like I feared. Figured out how to make it work, and you guys are gonna laugh at me, but I promise you this is not sketchy if you do this the right way. We are using all hub-centric spacers, and we have enough threads. So we're taking one 5mm hub-centric spacer, slipping it on. Then we take the 15mm bolt-on spacer, slip that on. You bolt the 15mm bolt-on spacer on. We'll do that real quick. Obviously, I'm gonna torque these down. I just used the impact to get this on to show you guys. I am going to torque them down, so don't worry. Okay, so then you bolt on the 15mm spacer. You have the 5 mil back there on the hub, 15mm spacer on top. Then you take the other 5mm spacer, slip that 5mm spacer on the 15mm spacer, and look at that. We now have enough room with more than enough stud left to get the wheel on, and it works. And that effectively gives us a 25mm spacer, which puts our offset in the rear at negative, or in the front at -3. But yeah, it works out well. And before you guys go in the comments and get all mad, it's all-wheel drive, you can't put spacers on the front and then put spacers on the rear. It's actually completely fine. You can do whatever spacer size you want, as long as the front match and the rears match. You can do whatever size you want. The only thing that matters is your road contact patch. As long as you have the exact same size tires, same tread type, same tire, everything. As long as the tires are the exact same, you can run staggered, you can run spacers, do whatever you want. As long as the tires are the exact same front to back, you will have no issues with the all-wheel drive system. You can look this up. I've done this before. Everyone does this on Subarus. All that has to be the same is the tires. I even have a good friend. His name is Jeff, and he has a first-gen Forester just like me. He's running staggered wheels. He's running like -8 or 9 degrees of camber in the back, 0 degrees of camber in the front. He's running in like an 18 by, I think it's an 18 by 9.5 in the front. And he's running an 18 by 10.5 or 18 by 11, something like that in the rear. Very different sizes in front to rear width-wise. Both 18s, but width-wise, very weird. But he just runs the same size tire on the front that he does in the rear. The front is just a little bit less stretched than the rear because it's obviously a skinnier wheel. But yeah, he just runs the same size tire. So we had the contact patch on the road is the exact same with the same tread type, same brand, same size tire. The camber doesn't matter. As long as the tread type and the tire size is the exact same, it will not mess with any. He's been driving that car like that for over a decade. That's proof right there. This is fine to do. Well, what I'm going to do now, and as I'm going to torque these down on the bolt-on spacer, and then we're going to go ahead and throw the wheel on and then get the passenger side done. Okay, so I want to get a before and after. So the car's jacked up off the ground on this side. Driver's side's done, okay? That's before, and that is after. 25 millimeters wider. So much better fitment. Oh, I use this as a, you ever use a jack stand stick as a breaker bar? I looked up online. Everyone online said torque bolt-on spacers to 70 if it's a 12 millimeter stud, which is what these are. These are M12 by 1.25. If it's a 12 millimeter stud, torque them to 80 foot-pounds. Because I had the 5 millimeter spacer and stuff, and I'm stanced out like I am with all the camber, went to 88. I normally go 5 pounds over, but because it's a bolt-on spacer, I went a couple more pounds over. And then the wheels, I always torque the wheels to 85. So now, oh shoot, that was an accident. If you can't tell by my voice, I am exhausted right now. It's the first hot day in Utah. I'm wearing shorts for the first time in like 6 months. Yeah, let's air this thing down and see how it looks. Oh yeah, I used a piece of wood to press the brake so I could torque the the bolt-on spacers. We're gonna get up on here for good measure. Make sure it's down all the way. And boom. There you go. Look at that. Is like decent fitment now. Not the greatest fitment in the world, but decent. Why does it feel like the car's higher? Is the car higher off the ground now? I'm gonna be pissed. Look how low that side is. Oh yeah, check that out. Can barely get my finger in there. That's good fitment. I'm sweaty, hot, and exhausted. Today's already been a long day. Spent 2 hours sitting at a tire shop. Audi looks good. Spent a couple hours on the Forester to get this all figured out so it's all safe. Did graduate college with my bachelor's degree today this morning. I've been up since like 7 a.m. I'm done. So this is where we're gonna end this video. I hope you guys are stoked about, dude, I'm so excited about the Audi right now. I got a lip kit in my shopping cart that I gotta just press order on, but I don't know if I want to order the parts. Okay, I haven't even told you guys this. I have bucket seats for the Forester sitting in my garage. I've had them for weeks now. Literally got bucket seats in the garage for the Forester. Got 2 of them. I just gotta buy the brackets. And I don't know if I want to buy the brackets for the Forester, for the seats, because the seats are sick. They're in that big box over there. I don't know if I want to order the seats for the Forester, the brackets for the seats for the Forester, or if I want to get the lip kit for the Audi, because the lip kit for the Audi front splitters and side skirts cost the exact same. It's a little bit cheaper. It's like 10 bucks cheaper for the lip kit for the Audi than it is for the seat brackets for the Forester. So yeah, let me know what I should do next, but that's what we're in this video. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.